Alright, so trying to finish the 14-bolt axle swap into my Blazer. Here's the axle after re-gearing and rebuilding it. To swap it in the Blazer, I had to cut off the old spring perches because they're at the wrong location for my factory leaf spring perches on the old axle, and so we're relocating them to match the spacing of the leaf springs there. So I measured from what's called the wheel mounting surface here. I confirmed that from there to this backing plate with, with the disc brake rotor tightened all the way on the axle. I confirmed on each side what the distance was from here to here, and on each side they're exactly the same at 4 3/4 of an inch. Then, and I did that with these magnets, making sure it's on a nice straight edge there, and holding a straight edge on this surface, and then measuring between the two. That's how I came up with the 4 3/4 inches. Then I know that the position of the leaf spring perches on the standard axle is 42.5 inches. So I want to make sure that the new ones were centered on the axle on each side and on center with each other at 42.5 inches. So I also measured from wheel mounting surface to the other wheel mounting surface to here, and so I took that measurement, which was 68 1/8 inches, subtracted 2 times the distance I got from here to here, which was 4 3/4 inches. So I subtracted that off and got 58 5/8 inches. Then I subtracted 42.5 inches, which was the factory leaf spring perch location from the original axle. Subtracted that off, divided that by 2, and then I also measured the width of the spring perch and divided that in 2, and then subtracted it off of that last measurement I took from here to here, which gives me the correct value from here to the side of the perch. So here's a little breakdown of that. This is old. So there's my wheel mounting to wheel mounting surface there. Then my other measurements, and I finally came up with 6 13/16, which was the distance from that plate to the inside edge of the perch. Did on each side, then I measured from the outside of this perch to the outside of this perch, and then subtracted off the width of one of them, and that gives me basically the center dimension to the other center dimension, and that is exactly 42.5 inches. So we're dead on, and double checked my measurements again from here to here, and we're exactly at 6 13/16 on each side. So now I'm gonna slide it under and mount it up and kind of temporarily install the U-bolts, and then we got to set the pinion angle, the relationship of the pinion and the drive shaft and the transfer case and all that. So then I will tack them in place, and I'll carry it to a local automotive shop that is familiar with welding perches on axles and has a beefier welder than I do. And once I get it back, then we'll probably paint it up, install it, torque everything down, and install the brake lines, and got to figure out how to get the parking brake to work, which this is part of that there on each side. So anyways, hopefully maybe that'll help somebody who's trying to swap a 14 bolt into a Blazer.